wonderful world of prisons.
Gosh, isn't he beautiful? Good evening. This is Walter Cragcase. I am talking to you from the warden's office here at Leavenworth Prison. Within these stone walls live some of the most hostile, hardened, violent members of our society, the prison guards. This fine-looking gentleman here is Warden Lewis Hack. Warden? Hello, Warden.
How are you?
Very well, sir. How are you?
Well, just fine.
I'd like to ask you a series of questions.
Goody.
First of all, how long have you been at this prison?
Let's see now. I've been here for over 25 years. I started at the bottom, worked my way up. I was a prisoner.
That's really working yourself up. I've noticed that
I was in the library for 6 months.
Is that right?
Go ahead.
I've noticed that the prisoners seem to be rather well behaved here.
Well, we try to use a little psychology and understanding along with the constant beatings.
I've often wondered, sir, can you simply look at a man and tell if he's a criminal type?
Certainly. It always, for the most part, shows in the eyes and in the hands. And that is, if you know what to look for.
Well, what do you look for?
Well, you look for a mask over the eyes and a gun in the hand.
Sir, this may seem a little delicate, but many people have accused you of being cold-blooded.
Don't you ever say that. Understand? Why, these boys in this prison love me, clown. I'm like a father to these boys. As a matter of fact, I am a father to one of them. I've got a kid in here.
You have?
Yes, I do.
What was he convicted of?
Arson. He burned down a house. Seems that his draft card got a little out of line there.
I see. Well, Warden, I've also heard complaints that the men here don't get enough exercise.
Why, that's the most ridiculous, I almost said something else, statement I ever heard. Well, look at the boys out there through the bars and playing in the yard, just running around out there exercising. Look at them out there.
Well, I see them, yes, but I also see some police dogs chasing them.
What?
Police dogs. They're chasing those poor prisoners around.
That's right. We exercise the dogs and the men at the same time. Works out just fine.
Isn't that a little rough on the old prisoners?
We don't have any old prisoners.
Thank you, Warden Lewis Hack. It is not only the prisoners who suffer by their imprisonment, but also those who love them. There is perhaps no sadder slice of life than a prison on visiting day.
Oh, my darling, I can't take it any longer. I want to be strong, but I can't help myself. I'm only a woman, and I can't go on like this, week after week, just looking at you and not being able to touch you. My entire body is crying out to hold you in my arms and to kiss you, seeing you across this table so near, yet so far away. I can't control myself any longer.
Just one more minute.
I don't care what they do to me. I have to hold you in my arms and kiss you. I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see another visitor waiting quietly. Let's talk to him. Pardon me, madam.
Yes?
May I ask you your name?
I'm Monday Fricker.
Are you all right,
No, gas. Went over. Passed by my lung and touched my heart and ricocheted.
Morty, I must say it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course. I hear that you come here every visitor's day. You never miss rain or shine.
That's true, very true. I come here to cheer the boys up. I tell them not to look at this place as a prison, but as a school, and that they're naughty boys and have to be kept after school. Isn't that sweet?
Very sweet. I'm I'm very touched.
Well, it beats telling them they got to go to the chair. Some of them have to stay after school, 40 or 50 years.
Oh, really?
And I tell them to go to the principal's office.
I see. Well,
They blew that, didn't
Yes.
they? Should we go back?
I don't think so. Let's go on.
They can edit.
I'm sure they can. Morty, I must say, you are a charming woman, and you have a marvelous, charming way of cheering these boys up. It's wonderful.
Well, if it weren't for that screen, I'd really cheer them up. Some of those boys haven't kissed a woman in maybe 50 years. And that'd be wild, though, to get with them and lay one arm on them. Huh?
My goodness.
These are all my own. No, I was kidding. That's my dog's tooth there. A little feisty creature. Bit the baby twice. A cheer for the baby.
Oh. Morty, tell me, is there anyone special that you come here to see?
Yes, I come here to see my son, Lenny. And I always say, "Hi, Lenny." And he always says, "Hi, Dad." Lenny's weird, he's out.
Were there any indications when Lenny was young that he might turn to crime?
No, on the contrary. Lenny was a good boy. He was an Eagle Scout. He sung in the church choir. He attended school regularly. And, the kid just didn't stand a chance.
Well, usually a boy...
Pretty suit.
Thank you.
Is that yours?
Oh, yes. What else?
This is my dad's dress. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
I was going to ask you what your mother wore, but I guess I hadn't better.
He's a legionnaire.
Usually a boy... Marty, get back what we were talking about.
Yes, of course.
You were...
I'm 86, honey. I'm a little out of it. Be nice to me, or I'll cold cock you. Go ahead and ask me. I'm sorry. It's a farm expression.
Yes. I hope so. To get back to what you were saying, I think you were suggesting that he had the good part of his youth, that nothing happened to him, but I think it's just the other way around, that's the exception. Usually a boy turns to crime because he gets in with bad company.
Well, I guess that's what sort of happened to Lenny. He started running around with Arnold. And Arnold was an older boy. Taught him to do terrible things.
He was one of those neighborhood kids, was he?
No, Arnold was Lenny's father. Took him to a movie one night, and that's what started the crime.
Oh, was the movie one of those with a lot of violence in it, like Bonnie and Clyde?
No, honey, it was Mary Poppins.
How could that start him in crime?
He held up the box office.
Thank you, Morty Frigate, and good night from Leavenworth's Prison.